Hey all, are you ready for another adventure on the high seas? This time, we are going to be looking for the crash sites of 4 wrecked ships from years ago. First, I want to give a big shout out to Doug Stacks for his video on these. It was the first I had ever seen them. And Liberty Bleeds Silver for his video reminding me about them back around Christmas time. Thanks, guys. These things are awesome. From 2019 to 2021, the Royal Australian Mint released 4 unique triangular shipwreck coins as part of the Australian Shipwreck series to commemorate the many shipwrecks that have occurred near Australian shores. These coins are the first triangular bullion coins ever issued by any mint. Each coin has a two-way design. One side shows the ship in full sail, although it is upside down to show that it sank, while the other side shows the ship sinking below the waves. This creative approach not only honors the historical significance of these shipwrecks, but also offers collectors a unique and visually appealing piece of history. Each $1 coin is 1 troy ounce, 0.999 fine silver. Also, they come in a unique triangular plastic case. These things are too cool. Sit back and relax for now, and prepare to set off for new lands. Hands off my stack. Log, mid-February 2025. And with that, we're off to the coast of Australia.
Land ho! Land ho!
The Vergulde Draeck, the Gilt Dragon, shipwreck of 1656, is a gripping tale of survival and loss. The ship, a Dutch East India Company (VOC) vessel, set sail from the Netherlands to Batavia, now Jakarta, Indonesia, on October 4, 1655. On April 28, 1656, the Vergulde Draeck struck a submerged coral reef off the coast of Western Australia, near what are now the coastal towns of Seabird and Ledge Point. Out of the 193 crew members on board, 118 perished in the wreck. The initial 75 survivors, including the ship's captain, Peter Albertson, managed to reach shore with a small amount of provisions and the ship's lifeboat. 9 days after the wreck, the understeersman and 6 crew members were dispatched to Batavia to seek help. After a grueling 41-day journey, they arrived in Batavia and raised the alarm. Several rescue attempts were made, but none were successful in finding the survivors or the wreckage. The wreck was eventually discovered in 1963 by a group of spear fishermen. The Batavia shipwreck of 1629 is a tale of tragedy and treachery. The Batavia was a Dutch East India Company (VOC) ship that set sail on its maiden voyage from the Netherlands to the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia, in 1628. On June 4, 1629, the ship struck a reef in the Houtman Ambroos, a chain of small islands off the coast of Western Australia. As the ship broke apart, around 300 of the 341 passengers and crew made it to shore. The ship's commander, Francisco Pelsart, left to seek help, leaving Geronimus Cornelis in charge. Unbeknownst to Pelsart, Cornelis had been plotting a mutiny and took advantage of the situation to orchestrate a massacre, resulting in the demise of approximately 125 of the survivors. The ordeal lasted until Pelsart returned with a rescue vessel in October 1629. The Batavia shipwreck is remembered as one of the worst horror stories in maritime history. The Zuyt Dorp shipwreck of 1712 is shrouded in mystery. The Zuyt Dorp was a Dutch East India Company (VOC) ship that set sail from the Netherlands to the trading port of Batavia, now Jakarta, Indonesia, on August 1, 1711. The ship was carrying a load of freshly minted silver coins. It likely struck a reef off the coast of Western Australia in June 1712, possibly due to the captain mistiming the vessel's turn north towards Batavia. The exact circumstances of the wreck remain unknown because no survivors reached Batavia. The wreck site was discovered in the mid-20th century on a remote part of the Western Australian coast between Kalabari and Shark Bay. The wreck and adjacent land are now protected zones, and access is restricted. The Zeewijk shipwreck of 1727 is another dramatic tale from maritime history. The Zeewijk was a Dutch East India Company ship that set sail from the Netherlands to the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia, in November 1726. On June 9, 1727, the ship struck Half Moon Reef in the Houtman-Broelhaus off the coast of Western Australia. The ship's skipper, Jan Steins, had ignored VOC regulations and steered the ship on an east-northeast course, intending to land at the coast of Western Australia. In the darkness, the ship crashed into the reef, dislodging the rudder and snapping off the mainmast. Despite the impact, the ship did not break up immediately, allowing the crew to transfer goods to a nearby island, later known as Gun Island. The survivors built a small boat named Slopey using materials from the wreck and local timber. This boat enabled 82 out of the initial 208 crew members to reach their destination of Batavia on April 30, 1728. The Zeewijk shipwreck is remembered for the resilience and resourcefulness of its survivors. And that's going to do it for this one. It was a long haul, and I thank you for making it this far. I thought the historical stories these coins commemorate deserved another telling. I hope you enjoyed. And here, for your viewing pleasure, is this installment of Hands Off My Stack. Loot, Haul, Booty. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, hands off my stack. Jackie Stackler,